I don't know why I didn't understand. Because you were stupid. Just that simple. Amen. You were stupid. Because that was a good woman. That's why she didn't last long out on the market. Amen. She will do you good. A good woman will do you good. And I can testify to that. Boy, I ain't going to lie to you. A good woman will do you good all the days of your life. So when you find a good woman, maybe the first one you married, and I'm going to tell you something about divorce. A lot of people say, well, pastors shouldn't get on divorce. Let me tell you about divorce. What God, now let me say this. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. God doesn't put every marriage together. No, did you catch that?
Yeah.
Some marriages are put together out of, and looks. But if God puts it together, you shouldn't put it asunder. But not every marriage is by God. So sometimes they divorce. Then that second one you find is the right one.
That's right.
Amen. That's the one. That virtuous woman. Hold on to her. Man, don't you get rid of that one. You get rid of that one, you crazy. Amen. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hand. She's not scared to get a job. Now I have run into moms this day and time. They ain't got no man and they don't want to work either. Remember I said it's not about you, Mom? Let me tell you something. My dad died. He was military and he died. But when my dad died, military, he got $250 a month. My mom worked at Allied Chemical swing shift. Sometimes she'd work 2, sometimes even 3 shifts, 24 hours, nonstop. Before I went into the military, I worked with my mom at General Electric when I was a boy. And I saw her work till sweat just pouring off her brow. She worked. Let me tell you why she worked so hard. Me, my brother, and my 2 sisters are still at home. And she had a responsibility. And she knew it. And she worked herself like that. Amen. All the time. Because she had, and see, that's what the Bible is saying a virtuous woman will do. I tell moms, if you're by yourself, don't depend on the government. Because they're not going to give you enough to sustain you anyhow. You get yourself out and get you a job and go to work and take care of those babies and go after that dad for everything you get from him. If you have to go through the court system to get it, you get it. Amen? Because he should not walk free either. Amen. Amen. He's got responsibility. But don't you dare sit and say, well, I know I got kids and lazy. Get yourself a job. I've told ladies in this church that. And they don't come here no more. They got mad at pastor. But that's all right. You get yourself a job. Then they had little kids and didn't want to work. Man, you got to work. That's all there's to it. A virtuous woman puts herself aside. And she goes and she works willingly. How many of our grandmothers worked in the fields beside Grandpa, or worked in the home, and she worked in the fields, and she did little things on the side like sold honey or sewing goods or whatever. She had a responsibility, and she put herself aside. Amen. I had a grandmother like that. I know. I saw my grandmama. I had a couple of grandmamas like that worked, and they worked until they had way up in years. Amen. Because why? They loved their family, and they knew what it was going to take. Let me go on. Goes on, verse 14. She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She works and she gathers her food. She goes to the grocery store. And guess what, ladies? She knows how to cook. Now, I'm going to tell you something real simple. This is real easy for young ladies. Every man in here ought to say amen when I'm done saying this. If you can cook, ladies, he ain't going nowhere. If you can cook, and I mean you could stir in the pot, and you dress it on the table, and he sat down, if you ever hear him go, he's hooked. He ain't going nowhere.
We've had that.
Amen. Because them groceries, they used to say, the old ladies used to say, a way to a man's heart is through what, men?
His stomach.
There it is. So if you can cook, oh, yes, sir, brother.
What you talking about?
What you talking about? That's right, Ricky. Amen. She brings her food from afar. Let me tell you something. We used to have cooking classes here because some of the ladies didn't know how to make biscuits. And I learned how to cook. Let me tell you how I learned how to cook. Now I learned how to cook. I can cook anything. Pies, cakes, biscuits, homemade biscuits. I do it all. You know what? I'm not bragging on me. I'm fixing to brag on somebody. When my grandmama and my mama would be cooking, I was right by the stove. And I eyeballed everything they did. And at 7 years old, I started cooking at 7 years old. Let me tell you how I wanted to eat breakfast one morning. My daddy was laid in the hospital dying of cancer. My mom was out at Fort Jackson. She told my older sisters to get up and cook. They didn't get up and cook. I got up watching cartoons. I got hungry. I went in there and I said, oh, there's some bacon and eggs in here. And there's some sausage and some toast. I started cooking breakfast. My sister got up and said, who's cooking? I said, I am. I was 7 years old. I was cooking my breakfast. I had me some fried eggs and some bacon and some toast. Well, ain't you one of them? Amen.
Amen.
I've been cooking ever since. So if you can cook, you go out and get your food and you bring it in. I'm not talking about always eating out of restaurants. I'm talking about cooking. Sit down and cook. Oh, watch what that man will do. Man, you got him hooked, man. All these guys will tell you, you got him hooked.
Got the fish in them.
Yeah, got him on the hook, Ricky. She is like the merchant ship. She brings the food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, concerned about other people and her household, and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. There it is about cooking again. She gets up before dark and she cooks for her family. She's concerned about her family and any of her servants that needed food. And she put her sleep aside. Now, most ladies today, 10 o'clock in the morning, still in the bed. Got kids screaming, oh, just go get you some Cheerios, baby. Listen, fix that baby some food. Get up, get out of that bed, put yourself aside, fix that baby food, pray with that baby at that table, and fix that baby some food. Watch what happens. I used to love when I would walk to school with one of my buddies. Because see, my mom, if she worked swing shift, she wasn't there. So I'd have to grab something quick at the house. But if she was there, she fixed us breakfast. She would, every time. But I used to love to go to my friend's house. His dad was a retired sergeant, just like mine was. I'd walk in and see, because they had a big family, Brother Miller. I was smart too. Well, I'd make a beeline for that house. Get there that morning, we're walking to school before we go to school. I'd walk in right. Somehow I timed it right. I always walk in that house, and Mom Queen was putting down hot cakes or waffles or eggs and bacon and sausage on the table. Ronnie, you hungry? Yes, ma'am. I was just like one of their children. I'd walk in there, boy, and I'd be sitting with that big old family, and boy, we'd eat breakfast. You hear it, Mom? Oh, you talking about walking to school then? Man, see, concern, that food, that eating. She takes care of that, amen? She considereth, now watch what she's worked with her hands, she's made money, she considereth a field and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. She's always ingenuitive. She's entrepreneur. She takes her money and she invests it well. That she knows, if I invest in this, it's going to benefit my family, and she does it for her family. Notice it didn't say nothing about herself. She's doing it for the ones that she loves. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She's strong-willed. She's got a good, strong will. She knows she is a woman. She loves her husband, and she loves her family, and she's going to do what it takes, like a lioness would. Amen? Goes on down. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. She knows everything she does is not no junk. She gives the best she's got. She does the best she can. When she's at work, she gives the best she can. She doesn't lay on the clock. She gives all that she has. Her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She is a bright light to her family. And everything she does, it comes back to bless her. A good woman. A good woman puts her best forward always. She layeth her hands to the spindle. Her hands hold the distaff. She sews, she works, she labors. You know, a lot of women can't sew today. They don't know how to sew. Don't even know how to sew a button on a shirt. Don't know how to cook. They don't know how to wash clothes. They don't know how to fold clothes. They don't know how to sweep. They don't know how to mop. They don't know how to do any of this thing. You know why? Because we, as the older generation, have quit teaching the younger. The older women have quit teaching the younger women. Moms have quit teaching their daughters. Matter of fact, this is what moms mostly teach their daughters today. If that man don't do what you tell him to do, kick him to the curb.
Amen.
That's what they say. That's what they say. Kick him to the curb. That's the wrong attitude, Mom. Tell her to love her husband. If he's got some weaknesses, she is to come in and say, honey, can we do it this way? Help me do this. Listen, a man don't make all the decisions in the home. We as a family and as a wife and a husband, we make decisions together. Good advice from her, from me. It's what we do. That's what husbands and wives do. Her calendar goes out by night. She buys stuff. She does what she has to do. She sews. She does all these things, man. She can do anything. Man, let me tell you another good thing about a woman. You got a woman who sew, you got a maid. I got two, my daughter and my wife. I want something done. Hey, fix this, do this, do that. But now watch this now. Guess one of the things my mom taught me to do? My mom taught me to sew. She said, boy, you get a hole in your pants, let me show you how you do it. My mom taught me to sew. My mom taught me to cook. She taught me to iron. She taught me to clean. You know why? She taught my sister. She said, you get yourself in here, young man. You gonna learn how to do it too. I can sew anything. But my wife and kids can't too. Then when I went in the Army, they gave you a little sewing kit. And a lot of guys said, what do I do with that? I said, you sew with it, not Ed.